Well, this is the post-Florida video, thoughts for the holiday really. So I'm going to do this from memory really. I've got my little helper here, my little thing from Avatar. He's my little Banshee. I still haven't named him yet. At the minute he's going by the name of Bob. Bob the Banshee. Bob? Yes, Bob. He did a flash there, he flashed his wings. So yeah, yes, Bob might appear in more vlogs. Yeah, I don't know, I haven't decided yet. You decided yet? No, you've not decided yet, have you? No, he's not decided yet. I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will. Yeah, I think he will. Anyway, on with the blog. Thoughts of the holiday. Well, I think we have to start off with Gatwick Airport. Gatwick Airport for disabled people is interesting, shall we say. I don't want to be too dismissive of it because I do provide help, but we found when we went out there, we went, as I went on a mobility scooter, and that had to be checked at the airport, which is fair enough. And they checked it at the British Airways check-in desk, put all the tags on it, great. We get to the departure gate, and they wouldn't let us board the plane until we had another final check. And we were waiting, and waiting, and waiting, and no one come. And everyone had boarded the plane. Now, as you know, they always say to board the plane first. They always ask for people with disabilities or people who have trouble getting on the plane. They go on first, then first class, and then thereafter. We were the last on the plane, and we were sitting just outside the aircraft door. We couldn't get on the plane. We actually see the captain pop out to find out what's going on. He's like, yes, it's us, we're waiting to come on the plane until we had the final check. And they knew we were coming, and Gatwick didn't send someone to do the final check to get the scooter on the plane. And even then, the captain couldn't take off until he knew that the scooter was on the plane. Tampa Airport, no problems whatsoever. The scooter was waiting for us. In fact, actually, I think from Tampa there was a slight delay getting the scooter from the aircraft door to the plane door, so the aircraft, you know, where they put the luggage. But that got sorted relatively quickly, no problems, off we went. Coming back to Tampa, no problems at all. It was all checked out properly. We were first on the plane, everything great. Till we get to Gatwick, and then we're sitting on the plane waiting, and we couldn't leave the plane because the scooter wasn't back at the aircraft door. And basically the whole of the plane disembarked, and the whole crew was waiting for us to leave because they can't leave until the whole plane has departed. You know, everyone's off the plane. So, you know, Gatwick, naughty, naughty. But from our point of view, it was quite cool because we actually got to speak to both captains of both planes going to and from. So that was quite interesting, obviously talking to the crew on the plane. We talked to the first officer, and we talked to both captains. So from that point of view, it was quite cool, but not quite cool because, you know, things like that should be a little bit smoother and more at Gatwick End rather than Tampa. We, as you may have seen from the vlogs, there are Disney vlogs. We did do Disney. We spent most of the time in a villa, which was in Bradenton, which is Bradenton, if you don't know, is close to Sarasota. If you don't know Sarasota, it's south of Tampa Bay, and it's on the Gulf Coast of America. That's the best side, we think, because if you want to dip your toe in the water, the warmer's a bit water on the Gulf Coast than it is on the Atlantic. That's what we've heard, but it's a nice place. So in the Sarasota area, there's lots of stuff to do. This time, as you've seen from vlogs, we've done a Marina Jack boat cruise with an all-you-can-eat buffet. That was really cool. We did the Sarasota Jump Gardens, where we got to say hand-feed flamingos, really cool. Got to hold a crocodile, alligator. I should know which one it is now. Alligator. It was an American alligator. Got to hold an alligator. Yes, his mouth was taped up. Because he'd be doing that, wouldn't he? He'd be like biting away, you know. There might not be much of me, but he'd still be having a little nibble on me, wouldn't he? So that was quite cool, because I'd never thought in a million years I'd actually get to hold an alligator, let alone, you know, have a picture of one and all that. You know, maybe touch one, but never hold one. So that was really cool. Previous trips to Florida, we didn't do it this year, but there was the South Florida Museum, which has got a really good planetarium. If you're into stargazing, you want to check out that. That's really cool. There are mini golf courses. There's one along the I-41, I think it is, which is the main road, not the big interstate road, but the next main road that goes to Sarasota. That's Smuggler's Cove. That's quite a good crazy golf course. There's other stuff there. There's Maria Selby Gardens, which we didn't do this time. There's lots of stuff there. If you time it right, they've got a big I don't know what you call it, an auditorium, but they have shows on there, and I think we see it. There was a couple of singing acts, but I can't think who they were. But they did have, literally, I think about 3 or 4 days after I left, Eddie Izzard was down there. So if they timed it better, I definitely would have gone and seen Eddie Izzard down there at the Sarasota Arts and Centre, I think it's called. So we missed out on that. But what that part of the holiday is better for us is because we can really slow the pace down. So we don't have to get up like 6 in the morning to get down for breakfast and then get into Disney and do all the stuff. We can get up whenever we want, and we were getting up like 9, 10 o'clock, have a little mooch around, then we say, okay, we'll leave now, and then we go and do some shops, or we might do a thing. If we did shops, we did a lot of shops, and Walmart is great for, obviously you can get food in there, but it's great for t-shirts. This particular t-shirt comes from Spencer Gifts, but there's lots of t-shirts we're in Target. Check some of those other blogs, because I didn't show it all, but there's bits what you can buy. Bells is a great place to go. Bells, because of Bells Bucks. When you buy something in it, they give you a Bells Bucks. Then that's in effect like a gift token, but it's not. And then I think it's for every $50 you get 5 Bells Bucks. I think it is, but don't quote me on that. Then you build up your Bells Bucks, and then normally it's about once a week. You can go back in on that particular day and spend your Bells Bucks on anything in the shop. So we did get some Bells Bucks. We went back in and we bought some more stuff, which was in effect free. That's really cool. I don't know if they did it in Orlando or not. I don't know, or if it's just because it's because Sarasota's on the coast and Bradenton's on the coast. It's like real America, so it's not very touristy, and that's what we noticed as well. Like my wife went to fill up the petrol in the car, and it was quite close to where we were. And she come in, she's wetting herself laughing. What are you? She goes, oh, they come in because they've obviously not heard many English accents. And they say, oh, hello, are you having tea and crumpets this afternoon? She'd no, I'm not having tea and crumpets. We're after, And so that's what's quite cool going on the coast, because they don't encounter the British accent, and it makes you feel a little bit more special. Not that we want to feel special, but so that's quite cool. And what else can we talk about the coast that we loved? The food. The food is really good. We were looking forward to Applebee's a lot because we love Applebee's. We did do Applebee's, but we tried some other places. We tried, say, the Rusty Bucket. We tried the Cheesecake Factory, which, as my sister has now discovered, doesn't just do cheesecake. They do food. I didn't video the food bit. I just videoed the menu. But we had a chicken pasta. Beautiful in there. Beautiful. Rusty Bucket was beautiful. We did a few food courts, obviously, when we was in certain places. The food court at the Ellington Mall is not that great. So I'd say if you do the Ellington Mall, perhaps avoid the food court. It wasn't that great. But the food court at the Sarasota shopping mall, that was good. We had, there's lots there. There's Chinese there. There's there's all stuff. But we had Chick-fil-A. We had Chick-fil-A a few times. And this might seem really sad if you're British, but we love McDonald's in America. McDonald's is a completely different league to. It is. No, it is. Don't say no. It is. It is. It's a completely different league, because over here you get a quarter pounder, and it could be sort of barely warm, and a bit not that great, Over there it's piping hot, and then it's so thick, and it comes in. It obviously comes in a box, but it comes in its own what's the word, paper. So you've got half of it's covered in paper, so you're not getting anything dripping on your hand. That's really good, that is, and it's just beautiful. They put so much in it. There's so many onions, and they put, and don't quite me, I think they put 3, maybe even 4 gherkins. Ooh, they flick them out because I don't eat gherkins. But it's so saucy. It was just, I can't rave about McDonald's the best, because it is the best, But yeah, Rusty Bucket was good. McDonald's was good. We didn't do a Chinese this time, but what we did do, and again I didn't video it, it might have popped up slightly, I think, in the Publix vlog. They do a takeaway bar where they cook stuff, and you can get whole rotisserie chicken. We had, I think there was chicken nuggets they had there. They had like spicy wedgies. So you can box them all up, take them home, and you haven't got to do any cooking, but it's all cooked for you. So they were quite nice. That's worth doing as well. It's like a cheap way to eat, because that's the key thing really for eating in the Sarasota, Bradenton, that area compared to Disney. It is so much more cheaper to eat. Disney, you're looking at what, $30, $40 for a meal for two, maybe more. Bradenton, you're looking at $20. You know, $25. It is a lot cheaper. Gecko's was really nice as well, you know, and they do free refills on your drinks as well. Gecko's went a bit above and beyond, because I sometimes have trouble cutting up sort of certain foods, and I said, like, I was having chicken pasta, and I said, is the pasta sort of pre-cut or not? And they said it sort of is. He said, but do you want the chef to cut it even more? I said, if you don't mind. It's not a problem at all, sir, not a problem at all. And it came out in little diced bits of chicken, which was OTT. But it was nice. That's what they do. They're just, you know, they're not working for a tip. They're just being nice. And obviously you do give them a tip. We ate in the St Armand Circle. Didn't video that one. Should have videoed that one. I should have. I know I should have. And we went to a restaurant. I think it's called Columbia Restaurant. Do Google it. It's a really nice restaurant, because we only generally have there a sandwich, and it was a chicken sandwich, but we didn't this time. We had a pulled pork one, which is really nice. But before you have your sandwich, they come out with a baguette, just a plain baguette. So you've got a sandwich before your main sandwich. So that was, you know, it's just bizarre. Why would you go for a sandwich, but have a sandwich as a starter before your main sandwich, which is free? Why? I don't know. But it's really, really nice in there. And we had a lovely waiter in there called, I think it was called Norbert, from memory. And he came from, we was chatting away, and I caught an accent to him. He wasn't American. So I just said, oh, your accent's not American, is it? And then he gave me one clue, and that one clue I got it. And he was from Hungary. And he was then started chatting, and then the spooky thing was, your accent is from, and I won't say where it is, but he got our accent pretty much spot on, as in 2 towns away. And it turned out he'd actually lived 2 towns away, like 2 or 3 years ago. So we was having more of a chat with him. So he worked his buck, as they say. I don't know if that's the expression, but he got a better tip from us because he was really chatty. Not too much in your face, but a really nice bloke. So if you ever go to there, ask for Norbert. He was really good. But I think a lot of the restaurants are quite nice and chatty and friendly. And say particularly, I think, because they don't encounter the English accent as much, so they kind of get a bit of a buzz out that they got to speak to someone who's English. Yes, they did.